my channel today. I'm just doing a little bit of a talk through get ready with me. I haven't done one of these on my channel yet. I was going to, but then people started walking in. I live at home at the moment and people walk in and they talk, and it's just not how I want my first talk through to go, kind of in that way. First things first, I washed my hair, obviously. Exfoliated my skin because I had excess fake tan on from the weekend, and I washed my face and used my Clarisonic and used Lush Ocean Salt to get all the dead skin cells off my face. Now I'm just going to pin my hair up, all that kind of stuff, and then show you my usual routine on how I get my skin ready and prep before I go in with foundation. Before I always put on my foundation or anything like that, I always like doing my skincare. Skincare is quite a humongous thing in my life. I don't really love my skin as it is, but I love when my skin feels, and I love the way my skin feels after I do my routine. As many people know, I don't like my freckles, but I can't complain. They're slowly fading, but that's why I wear foundation and why I wear a lot of it, because that's how much of an insecurity it is of mine. But I can't complain. Besides that, I don't get many zits, blackheads, I don't have any acne scars. I used to, but they've gone away, thank God. So I'm pretty lucky in that form. So I'm one of these humongous people that you say you have to moisturize your skin. I've been moisturizing my skin since I was 18, so 2 years, maybe even before that. It does help a lot with your foundation and your skin in general. Your skin needs that hydration, even if you do have oily skin. People with oily skin are really, really scared to put any moisturizers or serums or oils on their face because they think it's going to do the opposite thing and create more oils. Putting oil on top of oil isn't going to do that at all. It's actually going to counteract the oil. First things first, I actually like to go in with coconut oil. I know it sounds really weird, but there's so many memes and stuff on Facebook about coconut oil, and it is honestly the best thing I have done for my skin in a while. At first, my skin was like, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing this? I was getting breakouts on my cheeks, and I never get breakouts on my cheeks. I was getting pimples. It wasn't a good time, but I realized I don't put this all over my face. I realized what my skin wants, and it doesn't like coconut oil on my cheeks or my chin or my lips. It just likes in the areas that it's really needing the extra hydration. I already have enough oils in my skin, chin, and lips here, and a little bit around my nose. I have enough oils, so even if I do want to put more oils in to counteract the oiliness, it doesn't need it. So I put the oil, coconut oil, heavily under my eyes. So I already have done that. I didn't think I was going to film. Long story short, I'll open up a little bit. I legit just go into my little coconut oil and grab the most smallest bit, rub it into my fingers, and then just dab it under my eyes, especially on the inner part where my tear duct is, and then just slowly pressing it to the outside. And I like to put a little bit on my lids and just pressing it with my ring finger. Ring finger is quite a delicate finger. It's not going to get take as much of the product inside the skin, and it's quite delicate, and it's not going to actually cause a lot of pressure and wrinkles into the skin. You don't want to rub it into the eyes because the eyes are such a sensitive area, and that's how you can start early aging wrinkles, by moving the skin. Like this is a really good makeup remover as well. Just put this on your fingers and just slowly slide the product off. So after I put this under my eyes, I like to put a little bit also on my fingers, rub it in, and press it into my forehead, all the way to my temples. And that is it. That I won't put it anywhere else. I'll just put it in my little bit here, in my T-zone, and then a little bit on my forehead, and just pushing it into my skin to the eyes. Just kind of like a little mask from here up, nothing from here down. And when that evaporates into the skin, I go onto my other products. If I'm not going to put coconut oil on my skin, if I'm running a little bit late, I'll got this little one, and it is amazing. It's the Josie Marin organic, or what is it? The Josie Marin 100% pure argan oil in light. I got this from Mecca in a little bit of a little box a couple months ago, and I've only used the most tiniest little bit, but this is amazing. I put this also in some of my foundations. I also put some of it in my contour kits, my Nostalgia Beverly Hills one, because it is so not as buttery as I would like it to be. I like my contour kits just a little bit more creamier and buttery. This one's quite thick to use. So I put one drop of it, mix it in with a Q-tip or with my finger, and then I can start using it and it blends out a lot easier. Same with if you have a really thick full coverage foundation, put the little bit of argan oil in it and it will just sheer it out a little bit more that you'd like it to. As you can see, I'm just pushing this into my skin instead of rubbing it, and then just putting a little bit down my neck. Because this is such a light consistency, my cheeks don't react the way they would with the coconut oil. So yeah, you can get this from Mecca, you can get this from online. I think you might be able to get this from Sephora as well. I can leave all the details down below. And these are my ride or die creams. I use these every day, sometimes twice a day. These are my Bobbi Brown Hydrating Eye Cream and Face Cream. I got these from Hawaii and it was only like $80. It was a gift set. It was $80 for these three. It was the face cream, the eye cream, and the anti-aging serum. And I wish I bought more because I didn't realize how expensive these are in Australia. They are ridiculously expensive, but they are worth the price. I just can't not live without them. Like, I'm nearly finished. Like, I'm nearly hitting pan, and it makes me really upset. Like, I did not want to hit this pan, but I will be repurchasing it because it is just amazing. I love the consistency. It's just such a beautiful moisturizing cream. So I like to dot this on my face and with all the other oils, just so. Ugh, burnt my face in stereo. So making this, then I'm just going to rub it into my nose, on top of the nose, and just slowly. Gosh, this is a good look. With my fingertips, getting into the skin follicles. With my forehead, just getting my fingertips and rubbing it in circular motions. The only thing, like this takes a little bit longer to soak into your skin than some other moisturizers that I have used. If you don't like that feel of knowing that there's moisturizer sitting on top of the skin, it takes a while to get into the actual, like the pores and the follicles and stuff. This might not be your thing. Like, I'd recommend the Clinique one then. It's a Clinique gel moisturizing cream that just is like boom in your skin, like quickly it dissolves, it's dry, you're done, you're ready for the day. This one sits in the skin for maybe a minute just to really get in there, and I love it. It does take a while, but I think it's worth it. So now I'm going in with a hydrating eye cream. I haven't hit pan yet. This has stayed a while, so I'm just going to grab a little bit on my pinky and just get into my under eyes. Oh, can't see what I'm doing. Just going in there. And I get really bad under eye darkness in circles, so I like to try and keep this as hydrated as possible, especially because I do have early aging wrinkles under my eyes. Oh, what is that? Bit of mascara. How disgusting. I do have a little bit of creasing under my eyes already. Just from when I was younger, I used to wear a lot of MAC Pro Long Wear concealer, and I would not sleep. I wouldn't take it off before I'd go to sleep, basically. And I'm starting, and I used to party a lot and not sleep, and now I can finally start seeing the damage it has caused to my skin. So, was it worth it? Nah. To a degree. To a degree. Alrighty. Gosh, that feels good. Love it. Now that I'm gonna let them soak into my skin, I need my under eyes hydrated and as moist, I hate that word, as possible. I like to go in with the Bobbi Brown anti-aging serum. Just one drop on my finger. Get it on my ring finger. And then also apply that under the eyes as well, to my crow's feet, and a little bit on the forehead as well. Just fingertips. Alrighty. And that is basically all I do for my skincare. I know it might seem like a lot, but your skin's on your, like, it's your face. Everyone sees it every day. You need to keep it hydrated or it's going to age. Drink as much water as you can and try and use as much products that you can use that's going to help your skin in the long run. You don't want people looking, hey, are you like 25 when you only like turned 20? You don't want to look older than you already are. Back when I was younger, that's all I used to want to do was look heaps older than I was. But now I'm like, dude, I want to look younger. Like, I don't want to look old. Nobody wants to look older than they are. Only when they're like 17 or look 18 or 20 when they turn 21. And because I put foundation on my lips to counteract the redness before I go in, like with lip liners and stuff, I like to use a lip scrub. This is from Lush. This is bubblegum flavored. I really like this. I've had it for like 2 years now and it hasn't gone. It's ridiculous. Grab a little bit on your finger and just exfoliate your lips. And I just wiped off with my hand. And you can feel the little tingles in your lips. And I get lip fillers and it's really good because where my lip used to sit inside of my mouth, it gets extremely dry because it's not in my mouth anymore. Like right in here, it's always dry because I used to sit inside of my mouth. Now it doesn't, it sits on the outside obviously because of my lips getting enlarged. It's always dry, so I like to really get in there and exfoliate that piece of skin. Oh, gross. This is the Inner Good Lighting Luminosity Tinted Facial Moisturiser with SPF 30 and my colour is medium. As it's got SPF 30 in it and it's a moisturiser, it's a matte finish but it's also got a luminous finish to it. It's really great. And if you live in Australia, like, best sunscreen, like you try to have sunscreen under your foundation all the time, even though it flashbacks white because of the pigment in it. This doesn't have any flashback and it's actually great. And so it does. To prime our skin, I've got a high-end product and then I have a low-end product. This is the Makeup Forever Step 1 Smoothing Primer, which I love. It smooths and blurs basically our pores and imperfections. This one is the Garnier 5-second blur cream. This cheats the sign of pores, anti-aging, wrinkles, and yeah. This is like from Priceline, this is from Sephora. If you can't afford Sephora, use this bad boy. I prefer I'm going to use one on this side and one on this side. So I'm going to first go in with the Step 1 Equalizer from Makeup Forever. Go in with the Garnier 5-second blur Perfect, and I'm just going to put this in the... This is a weird consistency. Oh, it looks like a pimple. It looks like one of those disgusting pimples people you see on Facebook posting about. God damn. My water, this is my ride or die. This just makes my skin a little bit more hydrated as well, and it makes my foundation stick on there amazingly, and your skin just feels so revitalized. Do a little bit of a spritz. Just going to go in with the Mecca and get a little bit of pump in the back of my hand, and we're going to build this up. This is one big pump, and there's a moisturizing cream, as I have said. I'm just going to start building this up. So on my first tutorial, my foundation routine, you can watch that as well and get the same kind of logic. I don't like to wipe my foundation on. I like to press it on first, build the coverage up, then get a beauty blender to blend out the consistency and get all the residue off my skin to start really blending out the product that I have. Because it's me. What is light coverage? I don't know. No, the good thing about this is that it is light coverage and it's not going to look cakey on my face because it's just not the way that it's been made. Like, it's such a different formula compared to a full coverage medium consistency where it can just get really cakey really easily. Which in a way, is good. The thing, I love the feel of this. I'm going to call it a foundation or tinted moisturiser. It just feels so cooling on the skin. Like, you can just feel that it's not bad for your skin. It's soaking in, and it's just a beautiful feeling knowing that my skin's still getting the nutrients it needs, but still looking healthy and not like cakey and gross. This is the Maybelline Fit Me. This Maybelline New York foundation in light. I'm just going to put a little bit of concealer on compared to what I usually do. Just a little bit. This is a light concealer as well. It's not thick at all. And if you have any blemishes, you need to. It's really good for blending out my concealer. And just dabbing my concealer into the skin on the outside. And then I'm going to show you a little trick I like to do to stop creasing under my under eyes as well. A little bit of pressure and just pressing that concealer up into the lash line and bring it down as well. And this technique is really good if you don't want to spend the money on a brush or a sponge, because the warmth into your skin is going to blend out that concealer as well. I'm going to go in with my Shade and Light palette from the Kat Von D. I'm just going to use this color right here. I'm not going to be doing much of a highlight today. If you have really dark under eye circles, I recommend using this salmon color, and it's going to counteract that darkness as well. I'm going to go in so lightly, hit off the excess, and then just press that into the skin. Mercier translucent powder. If you have the Australis or the Face of Australia translucent powder, that's nearly basically the exact same thing at half the price. So if you want to use that, by all means use that. I'm just going to use the most tiniest little bit on my Real Techniques blush brush. Just really work this into there, hit off the excess, and just dab it into my skin, just so I know everything's set into place. This MAC 187 brush, this is a special edition brush, I got it in America, and I'm going to go in with this MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in dark, and this is a couple shades darker than my usual skin finish, and I'm going to start warming up the face and making some dimension. So just hitting it, getting the excess off, and making a ridiculous fish face, and getting the hollows of my cheeks out. So I'm just going to if you don't like warm bronzers, this isn't going to be the bronzer for you, but I like a little bit of a warm bronze to then go on top to contour, but today I'm not contouring, so I just, get out of my hair. So I just want to make a little bit more of a bronzier type of look. So I don't mind looking a little bit more bronze than usual, but if you don't want to use a warmer type of bronzer, if you have the Kat Von D, use that one. Goes more of an ashy color. The Duo Power Duo, the Pro Sculpting Duo in number 2. I don't know. I think it's number 2. I'm not sure. I know there is 2. I got this in Hawaii. I'm sorry. It's where I usually stock up on all my foundations, and it's more of a goldy one. I think the other one's a silver. I'm not sure, but this is amazing. I love it. With this MAC 187 brush, and I'm just going to grab the bronzer. And then warm up a little bit more. Get up. Alrighty. Now that I'm happy with how bronzed I am, I'm going to highlight my face, because I don't think anything, it looks more summery and prettier than a beautiful glow. So I'm going to use a few highlighters because it's me. First things first, I'm going to go in with the Josie Marin Illuminizer, and this is a liquid illuminizer from Josie Marin. You can use a sponge for this, or you can use a brush. I'm just going to use my ring finger again. The only thing that sucks is it always comes out with heaps. Ah, yes. Only a little bit, ring finger. And putting this on the tops of my face where I want the sun to hit. So right now, as you can see in the camera, it is hitting here, here, a little bit here, and a little bit here. So I'm just going to go in and starting to place the highlighter in where the sun is hitting. So if you have a couple of lines, harsh lines that you're not happy with, see, like, I'm happy with the light hitting my cheek like that, but if you don't want such an intense highlight, grab a contour brush, anything that is quite dense and, like, yeah, dense. Press it into the skin, and it's just going to make that a little bit more natural. Get my highlight cranking, because if it's any more prettier than a highlight. So I'm using the Pro Duo Sculpting Highlight, the gold one. Just working the tops of the cheeks, my under eyebrow highlight, on the forehead. Everywhere that we have just put the cream, I'm setting it with a powder just to make it a little bit more glowy and intense. More of a glow as well. I'm going in with the ambient lighting palette from Hourglass. I love this palette. I've had it for a while now. It hasn't really hit pan yet, so I'm pretty impressed with it. I'm going to go in with these first two shades. I'm going to put these under the eyes and on my chin and a little bit on the nose. I'm going to use this nice little warm one on the other perks of the cheeks where I have bronzed. So I'm just going to go in and build it up and just bring this up before where we set before I start to crease even more than I already am. So just going in, highlighting and blending all them highlights that we just put together. Or it takes it takes this into and then dab it, that bronzy shade where I bronzed this side. Because I am well overdue to get my eyebrows done from Sheba Boutique in Wollongong. I think I might be going next week, I'm not sure. I'm going to use my Anastasia brush to really work through my eyebrows to make sure what shape I want, because the eyebrow hairs just don't want to work with me lately because they're getting so long. To help your eyebrows grow, I feel like my coconut oil has helped a lot, hey. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like they've just gotten heaps longer. Anastasia brow tint, just to really separate my eyebrow hairs. Just going in. Some people would be happy with that. As you can see, there's some colour there, so some definition. Anyway, so I'm just going to go with my Anastasia Brow Duo in dark brown. I'm starting to hit pan, but this is old as hell. I'm going to go in with the lightest shade, hit the excess off, and then just start from the middle of the brow to work to the out. Man, like, you can't have good eyebrows if they're all over the shop. Like, unless that's what you're looking after, like if that's what you want, a really beautiful bold brow that just that beautiful unkept natural, then you work it. But if you want a really harsh crisp brow, you have to get them waxed or threaded, tinted, plucked. They have to be worked. And that's what I tell people. Like, you can buy the most expensive products and they might not work because your eyebrows hairs are so fluffy that they're not going to work with the actual product. So, and I'm just going to go on with some mascara. Better Than Sex, Too Faced, Gold, Orgasm, and a mascara. I love this mascara. And I'm using some eyelash curlers. This is just from Models Prefer. Just going in, looking at me, then looking down, grabbing my eyelashes, and just having a bit of a dance deal. I'm just going to apply a heavy coat of mascara, and that's going to be. I'm just going to do the other eye off camera, and then yeah. Alrighty, and I'm just going to apply some Paw Paw. This is just kind of just like a lip balm or a hydrating lip cream that I love to put on top of my lips. I usually put this on before or after I scrub my lips with the Lush, but I'm not putting any lip liners or lipsticks on today, so I'm just going to use it as a lip gloss kind of vibe. I really hope you guys like this. I'm going to do more talk throughs as well. I'm sorry this video is a little bit long, but it's really hard for me to edit and work full time and film as well. If you did like this and you want to see more tutorials and talk throughs, give me a thumbs up and a subscribe. It would mean the world to me. It does help me out and it does give me motivation as well to help you guys out more with what I like to do and my tips and tricks. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this light coverage summary look, and give me a thumbs up, and I hope you guys have a great day. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.